Good morning. This is Tia Williams bringing you your morning tea. Are you choosing money over wealth? You know there is a difference, right? Money is a medium of exchange, and it doesn't necessarily have to come in the form of cash. It can also be credit. You use money in exchange for services or goods. But wealth is something that allows you to live for a certain amount of years or time going forward. So you can look at it as money is short term, but wealth is long term. Wealth is more of an investment. It helps you over time. Money is something that is right now. I have never raised my children to get a job. And some people may look at that like, huh? They don't get a job. No, no job. Because job equals money. And jobs put you in a cycle. You go to work, you go home, you pay your bill, you buy your groceries, you go to work, you go home, you pay your bills, like that, right? I believe that God has given each one of us a talent, a gift, an ability to get wealth. I have a 17-year-old son who God has given him a gift that can generate billions for him. Now, he's a normal, typical teenager. He sees some of his friends who have the latest and the greatest. I mean, they really could be looking like a bag of money, right? And he sees that they really don't have to do anything to get these things. So, of course, he wants these things. But I'm not raising him to have a right now mentality. I'm raising him to have wealth on his mind. And that means that he's going to have to forfeit some of those things that he will want to have so that he can have that and more in the end. You know, some of you guys, don't judge my son. If you have credit card debt, you're just like a teenager because you wanted something now and you weren't willing to wait or you weren't willing to forfeit it so that you can have something better later. We live in a society that encourages us to have things now. But it's up to you. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your thinking. Is that Chanel bag really worth it? Or could you use that money and invest it in yourself or your goal? Can you finance your own vision with that money? Because your vision is going to produce wealth. This is some good tea, you guys. Your vision will produce wealth. Stop having your mind on your money and your money on your mind. And get your mind on wealth, leaving an inheritance for your children. No longer can we blame the black man, the yellow man, the green man, the red man, the blue man for why we as a people don't have wealth. You have to think about the future. Let all of your decisions line up with your future goals. I have a friend, Adina Ferguson. She's a writer. By the way, go to her Facebook page, Adina Ferguson. She has a great book. It is called I Don't Want to Be a Bridesmaid. Well, Adina's book did not come overnight. She had to invest time in writing that book. She had to come up with a rough draft. I'm quite sure she had to scrap and rework. And then her book had to go through the editing process. And then she produced that book. Now, that book right there is an investment over time. Now she's generating wealth. where that book is going to generate income revenue for her for a certain amount of time moving forward. So that's my message to you guys. Examine some of the habits that you have. Are these habits lined up with me having money or wealth? Am I rich or do I want to be poor? So please examine it. Do you really need it? How can you take this money and apply it and invest it so that it can generate wealth? I'm Tia Williams, and I hope you enjoyed your morning tea.